All right, here's all the rules, all in one spot. Well, okay, so every rule, all the four different rules are all just identified by the first element. Um, so really you need a periodic table, and preferably the one that has the backside on it. Um, also, or get a new periodic table, or I don't care. You can even color code the periodic table like I'm doing and put notes on it, which will help for the quiz. Doesn't matter. Whatever. Um, Actually, if we were in class, I would let you use that. So first off, when the first element is a non-metal, it's a molecular compound. Sometimes I call those covalent bonds, but molecular compounds. So you use prefixes, and just like ionic compounds, the the first element keeps its name, and the second element changes to "ide." If the first element is a non-metal, there's only going to be two elements in the compound, and that would be these guys, and those will be the only beginnings. And in fact, like silicon and astatine, I'm probably not even going to use those guys as options. It'll pretty much be boron, carbon, nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus. These guys will be the first ones, and then these will probably be the second. Like, yeah, there's only going to be like two. It's still going to be a multiple choice quiz, but there's going to be like just a couple of everything. So when the first element, I call it regular metals. I did that in parentheses. These are the elements that have just one charge. A couple of these guys in here actually only have one charge too, but these two columns for sure. If anything is over here in these first two columns, they never, ever, ever get Roman numerals. They're just regular metals, and you just they're ionic compounds. So you just write the two names. The first element keeps its. You literally just write the two names. First element keeps its name. The second element will be over here. Over here would be the first. I wonder, is the pointer working? Yeah, over here's the first elements. Over here's the second elements. Like, but if the second elements are the polyatomic ion, you'll see one of these guys and then two or three extra letters and capital letters. And you just write the name down. There's no changing the endings at all. It's just, well, and I'm going to do a bunch of examples at the end here, like a bunch. These guys are the transition metals. Transition metals, yeah, they have multiple charges. So it's still an ionic compound. The first element still keeps its name. You just have to put Roman numerals in the names to tell what the charge is. And you do that by looking at whatever it's combined with. The second element, just like before, if it's just one element, like again, one of these guys, the ending changes to "ide." If it's polyatomic ion, you just write that name down. It's curiously similar. And then if the first element is hydrogen, then you use the acid rules. And all, again, remember, all that's going to be, H is going to be your first element. So their names are going to end in "ide," which would be these guys. And the name would be hydro, like if fluorine was the element, the name would be hydrofluoric acid. If it's an 8, like sulfate, the name would be sulfuric acid, or nitric acid, like anything that ends in 8. Ite, the name changes to us, and it'd be nitrous acid if it's nitrite. But here we go, a bunch of examples. So again, everything's based, and look, I put this over here if you need to label it, prefixes, Roman numerals, nothing, just write the names down, acid rules. Like, I guess I can add that in. Acid, prefix, Roman numerals. Why is that writing so bad? Oh well. Roman numerals, and these guys just same name. All right, so the silver's in this pink. So this is silver, P04 phosphate. Iron is right there. Iron is a transition metal. So iron is going to need a prefix or a Roman numeral. So like, remember when you do the charges, pretty much whatever's outside of here is what the Roman numeral is going to be. So unless there's nothing there, then you'd have to look at this charge. So it's iron 3 oxide, KCN, that's potassium. And then we have multiple capital letters. CN is cyanide. And 2O5N, prefix. So that would be dinitrogen. 5 is penta. Fluoride. I'll pick a lighter color here. H2SO4. Acid. SO4 is sulfate. So that is sulfuric acid. CO, cobalt. Cobalt's in here. So he's going to need a Roman numeral. Now, this is not the charge. That's sulfate. There's no extra number around here. Sulfate's charge is a 2 minus. So that means cobalt's a 2 plus. So that's cobalt 2 sulfate. H3PO4, phosphoric acid. LiCl, again, right there, it's just lithium chloride. CaBr2, calcium bromide. I should. Chromium, Roman numerals. And there's there's parentheses and 2 outside, so that's just chromium 2. And then that's nitrate. BaOH, that's barium hydroxide. And then again, any parentheses are a dead giveaway. They're your polyatomic ions, and you just look at this. Look at the list. Strontium over here, so you just write the name down, and then that's acetate. Oh, it moved. Oh, I didn't know you could move that. That's acetate. That's cool. Okay. No, I like it down there. Okay, that's real fast. All the names. Review. Writing formulas again. Again, if the first element's a non-metal or you see prefixes, except be careful for dichromate. He's got an 8, so he's a polyatomic ion. So that, and then you just write no switching of charges. If your first element is a metal, which there's a bajillion metals, so like I'm only gonna do like 2 of those things, so it's gonna be like 90% of the test is gonna be metals. You're going to use, like, you have to look at the charges and switch them if they're different. Or you're going to have to use the charges of the second thing to find the Roman numerals, which I should have added that. Or use charges, or, well, actually, that's a lie. The charge is going to be given to you in the Roman numerals. Okay, so actually the 2, I should have left the dichromate up there. So the 2 things up here, dichromate, and then, oh, well, that's the exception to before. NH4 is the exception to when your first element is a non-metal, because NH4 is a polyatomic ion. Or if that guy's in parentheses again. Parentheses are your dead giveaway. They're polyatomic ions. Oh, hint. You never change the subscripts of the polyatomic ions. If you need to put a number there, you put it in parentheses. So here we go. Sodium nitrate, 1 plus, 1 minus. NaNO3. Hydrochloric acid, that's hydro, so it's one of these chlorine, so it's HCl. Sulfur dioxide, sulfur, look, prefix, so SO2. sodium acetate. Sodium is here. Well, I should put the charges on here, but that's a 1 plus and acetate's a 1 minus. So it's just NaC2O. What is acetate? Oh, I gotta look it up. Like, I'm blanking here. Acetate. C2H3O2. Goodness sakes. Okay, back to the PowerPoint. C2 erase. Okay, well, that's supposed to. Oh, that's why. C2. Oh, there we go. Okay. H3O2. Silver nitride. Silver is a 1 plus. Nitride is right here. That's in the 3 minus column. I should write the charges up there. So 1, 1 plus, 2 plus. These guys need Roman numerals. 3 plus. Really just, well, all of those. Really shouldn't write a 4. But 3 minus, 2 minus, 1 minus, because really, if those guys are in there, they're going to be molecular compounds. Okay, I got a couple more minutes. Try to go fast. Silver would be Ag and 3 and N, because it's, the charges switch. Calcium oxalate. That's a 2 plus. Crap, oxalate. I shouldn't have done all these weird ones. Again, we have to go back and see what its charge is. Oxalate. C2O4, 2 minus. Okie dokie, C2O4, 2 minus. No, it's a 2 minus, so then it just stays the same. CaC2O4, magnesium hydroxide, 2 plus, hydroxide is a 1 minus. Now this is the most common mistake people make. They do this, OH2. That is wrong. It's not 2 H's, it's 2 OH's. So even though there's no extra numbers next to this OH, you still put it in parentheses and put a 2 around it. Aluminum sulfite, 3 plus, sulfite is a 2 minus, so it's Al2SO3, 3. Chloric is chlorate, I think it's ClO4, I think it's a 1. If I'm wrong, don't shoot me. Dicarbon hexachloride, C2Cl6. Ammonium, there's our, and then nitride is a 3 minus. Ammonium is our 1 positive polyatomic ion, and the 3, so when you switch, ammonium is NH4. You don't take that 4 off and put a 3 there, you put it in parentheses and put a 3 on the outside, and then an N. Lithium thiocyanate, thiocyanate is a 1 minus, hopefully, and a 1 plus, so that's LiSCN. I don't even think I didn't put oxalate or thiocyanate. It's not like those are common. Those are definitely not going to be on the quiz. Nitrous acid was nitrite. That's a 1 minus, so it's HNO2. So there you go. That's just a bajillion examples. You're going to have a couple of practice, and the quiz is just going to be multiple choice like before. And there's probably going to be about 2 of everything, so it's going to be kind of long. But be like 2 acids, 2 regular metals, like literally 2 of everything in both naming and writing. So it'll be a lot, but it's multiple choice. So good luck with that tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys later.